What's going on, guys? Brandon from BYND Trading here. Ready for a market recap. Good trade day today. A little back and forth. Nice little green solid start here. Good daily notes today as usual. It's 25th of July, so let's get into the recap. Let's drag these daily notes over here. Posted July 25th, 7:37 a.m. in our Discord. In our chat, here is all of the plays. We're going to be going in over a few of the good ones that we played today. A lot of these worked out, probably 80-90% here. So leave it up on the screen, zoom in, check it out, check all the levels for yourself. Hour before open every morning these are posted. Let's get into some of this stuff. We had a split over under for Amazon. Looking for that 2K in or over. Broke it in pre-market here. Got confirmation of weakness on the 2K. Ramped it all the way down. On live, we got an algorithm line with support here. Called it right here at 1982 to about 1981.40s. I said it would bounce. So perfect bounce point for Amazon. A couple of other members watched for volume retracement and called the full reversal right here. Of course, we had a level for that. Really good over-unders on Amazon today. It's going to lead up into earnings. Probably retrace a whole bunch today. Cat we played today. Short and then reversal long. We played it into the 132 weakness here. So right from the daily notes, ER day 2 continuation, 131, 132 resistance again on the doji body. Watch will test yesterday's lows only if it snaps under that 131 and continues. It did not, so we switch bias on this one. Just called a consolidation break for the chat right here. Told the buy-in right here. Volume is poised for a breakout targeting yesterday's highs. So that breakout and the reversal trend on off of 132, both really good longs there on the live trade. MMM, this was a short trade here, very short time frame trade. This was a long bias play. It dipped right down into levels. Blind bought here. Took a couple scalps up to VWAP long here. Nothing too crazy, but MMM notes where just under 190 was the 200 EMA, so it should have pulled back regardless on earnings on the daily chart. So MMM coming back down, watching 184.45 major support for dip buy for intraday move up. So that was this level right here. That was your 2 dip buy opportunities to run this up to some prior EMAs. There's a couple, and I got an $80 scalp off that one. Nothing too crazy on MMM. Let's move down here. Check out Facebook here. Facebook was the short. We watched for the 205.50 hold. Swap bias after that. Had a nice little bounce off there. So the early morning guys that get in real fast here dip, ripped right away, and then started trailing off. 50 across the VWAP here, so we watched it for the short play. We waited for the M pattern break and then shorted it down to this level. Retrace, called the retrace to the middle of the M for the reshort. This is your entry. 201.96 was your entry for short. Clearly working out. The guys that are still in short are targeting 198 off the call. So we are targeted 198 low on Facebook short. We had 2 different entries called today live. Real simple there. Netflix on the daily notes. There was a typo there. In the Netflix, it says Netflix target. It was 333.11 long-term target. It was supposed to be 323 for today for the long-term target. So this was a dip buy into the major dips back down here, but the early support recover was posted in the notes right here, 318.75. So 318.75 early support hold should push 320s early. If there's a sell-off, watch for 315 major bounce. Slow grind from there to 323 target long. So we got the early support hold here, squeezed right up. So the recovery of 318.75 squeezed it right to early 320s, fell. Watch for the recovery of that level, targeted 323. A little bit of a chop fest here, kind of a scary roll, but if you would have paid attention to the daily notes and your levels, you definitely had a couple of decent trades, a couple members in this one capitalizing on that trade. Very nice call there. Let's go to Tesla. Right from the daily notes, 231.30, watching to see movement, 233 over under, short biased. Because their Tesla's profit was pushed back on the timeline to when they were actually going to develop profit. So we used the 233 right from the daily notes as an over-under level. We watched for confirmation on one side. We did get the volume confirmation here and a couple seller beats right out of the gate of the 233. So that push up into the 100 EMA, which Tesla always respects. This is the bread and butter play. Right to 100. A couple guys got puts right away at the front here, rode her down. Fantastic short call. We also just longed this on the big W continuation play to the split and then called the dip buy off the VWAP and another point bounce there. Still consolidating, still going to hold this W, probably going to ramp up later on to the 200 EMA again. Again, really nice intraday plays here. BYND was a little scary today. The meets, I missed a couple of the first squeezes here, so I got in later. I got in early here for this breakout, held through a big red, waited for the 50 to cross. Very bread and butter play here in the elites. I'm not going to go too deep into that one because we had this squeeze here, got out, went from a $230 to $300 red to a $50 green day on that pop. Marketed out at 150 P&L. Filled me on the low side of the level 2 there, but for the rest of the day, you're supposed to just watch this 100 EMA ramp. Watch for the squeeze off there, but we got in and out here a couple times. Had a good green on a couple tries here, and then it held the W here and got a nice little squeeze, and that was the anticipation of the move, waiting for that 50 cross and the big W play, which is a bread and butter play here in the elites. So BYND was not too bad. Let's go to BA. This was our short call from yesterday. Shorted it here, rode it to 360, got a 10-point short out of it almost. 6 on the live recall here, so we shorted it, covered, retraced, took the 50 EMA short, got another 6 points out of a full sell-off day today. Really sad we didn't hold on for another one, but we targeted the bounce potential short at 355 today. So it bounced into 355. That's the weekly level. So the short target yesterday, watching for a retrace to short 363.30s. That's what the first retrace level was up here. So if it got some strength and some momentum on some short cover, we're going to wait for those. If not, minor resistance will take insane volume to break through that 359. It did happen here pre-market. It broke through the 359 split, so that's when we really started paying attention to that BA short. A lot of people that tried to chase this short, I said do not short into 355. They chased down here. It whipsawed back up a couple points, so you would have seen some nasty P&L there if you would have shorted into this. We waited for the 355 weekly pop, short, and then down. Had some really good targeted right here, support 345.95. The notes didn't go down that far. We just looked for resistance pop to short. We really didn't have a target on it. We just watched these levels kind of fall apart throughout the day. So a couple of really good levels. You can clearly see rejection and retracement. Really easy to find these in the 4 hour. Roku, fantastic call today right from the daily notes. Daily note said 107.50 hold, should have easy room to 109. Here's your opening trade. Here is the 107.50 right at the daily notes. Pop started holding higher low, higher low. Really nice 107.50 hold, higher low, held the 100, easy ramp right to 109. So you had a couple, about a point and a half trade there. Then we just called it here right before I got off live stream for a call to 109 to the split again, essentially 109 long. Called it for the 50 cross to the VWAP, the 100 EMA, and the VWAP. So right here you had a whole bunch of minutes left to take this long call to ride it from 108 to 109 again. So another easy point call midday there. Not bad. Couple took that. Zoom was a monster today. Right from the notes, 95. Hold for major support. Early support labeled 98.90 this morning. That label, we broke this down pre-market. Watch for the Zoom push today. I said it definitely wants to recover the 50 EMA on the 4 hour, or after it's been dip buying and holding. These wicks are very dangerous for squeezes. This lower high setup did look like a squeeze out. All I said was wait for the 4 hour volume to beat out the prior, and she will ramp up, and you can see the perfect algorithm touch there on the 4 hour, and then the rescale to the intraday chart here, we have the squeeze over that line. So very, very, very nice way to use our trends here that we use in the elites, and the call was the 95.90s right here for early support. Major support was 95. We broke this down pre-market. It was really nice. Grind and then rip. I mean, mega points on Zoom today. Really good call. Spotify, this was the big miss for me today. Really sad about that ramp. It was primed for a breakout on the 4 hour over the channel into some of these highs. The target short-term or shop. Spotify, I'm sorry, I said shop's next. Spotify, musical selection. This was the big miss today. 152 30s for an early support hold for breakout, and we targeted up at some of these top wicks here. So Spotify, not Shopify, was the hold here pre, and then target was up there near that 152. That was a couple of really big squeeze plays. Shop was the other miss that we had on the list here from the daily notes. This one really made me sad. We were watching Shop. I said I wanted a piece of this one right here in pre-market. As it dumped in, I said Shopify 328 support hold long, 331 and 50 target was the early target for the launch into the highs, and then continuation on the hold of yesterday's highs was the call intraday there in the 100. So you've seen this 328 perfect hold of pre-market lows and our major level, and she ran 10 points. So super sad on the miss on that one, but win some, lose some, that's all right. Apple, we'll go over lastly here. Watching the 4 hour trend dip buys, pre-market low buy. Long 210 is still the target on the swing on Apple. Here is our 4 hour trend. Here's pre-market lows. So the 4 hour trend, when I mentioned that, is an algorithm system we use in the elite section that we draw out just a basic trend line system, we'll call it. We don't want to get too in-depth with it, but very simple play here. Dipped right into our 4-hour line. This gray overlay from the 4-hour chart scaled in. 208 was the hold, ramped up to VWAP, so you had a couple different plays there for some longs. I still want to just watch Apple consolidate and ride this 4-hour trend and then start ramping into earnings. Still targeting 210 on this long. We've been saying 210 from the beginning, way back here for these recovery dips, and 202, 203, long-term standing target off the daily chart for resistance. That's what we got here for you today. So a lot of really nice green trades, a lot of people making some decent ching in the elite section today. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys bright and early in the morning.